Donna Smith, aka Lady D. I'm a little tilt because I'm in a different vehicle and my little concoction here is a little off. Let me try to move it. Don't go nowhere. Stay right there. How y'all doing today? Yeah? Everybody cool? Don't leave me. Stay right there. Okay. Almost. Well, I don't know, but I'm gonna hold this up. Anyway, what's going on, y'all? I am stopping by to say hi. Um, it's been a while. I've been trying to get it together. One minute I'm okay, next minute I'm feeling all draggy, next minute I'm okay, then I'm feeling draggy, but it's coming together. I don't know what's going on this year with all these little viruses and stuff like that, but we have got to take care of ourselves, right? Okay. So I'm stopping by to do a quick live on you know, why aren't folks staying together anymore longer than a minute, than a tibbit? You know what I'm saying? Every time I turn around, excuse me, y'all, I'm trying to get my little refresher. Every time I turn around, it's a story about why somebody has to leave or is getting ready to leave, can't deal with it no more, don't want to take it no more. Just, man, they just poof and being gone, right? And I remember when it was I mean, nobody wanted to be the first one to say goodbye. You know what I'm saying? People would stay together, fight through it. They would try to have some understanding and stay in power, loyalty, commitment, trust. You know, the fact that we in this to win this. You know, I have heard some people talk about even going down the aisle the next day, talking about it's just a business contract and they coming together for business reasons. And the question asked is, what love got to do with it? I mean, some say love ain't got nothing to do with it. People get married all the time because this is what they want to do. Ain't nobody trying to be in love. You know, you got what I need, I got what you need, and we just in this doggone thing for the reason that we into it. And it, help me understand that. I mean, I can understand you have the same visual focus, you know, it's a team effort, it's a coming together, it's dealing with one another. I can understand that. That has a lot to do with it. But to look at marriage more so as a business union, and get married not to even love a person, but just maybe care about them, and we getting ready to invest in something, or we getting ready to buy something, or we getting ready to do something, or you know, I can come up off of you something, you know what I mean, all them other reasons. But what happened to the staying power? You know, when you think back to your grandparents, your great grandparents, those of you who can think back to that far, um, your parents, you know, and some of us have had parents that's been together 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years, you know, most of their dang on lives. And they still are in it. Now, they're not going to sit up and tell you that it was easy, that it was something that, you know, it was a magic antidote, a pill, a concoction, a stew they brewed up, a witchcraft, you know, type of thing they put on each other. No, it wasn't that. It was the fact that they got married for different reasons and purposes, and they had the staying power, loyalty, commitment to stay in that situation. And they had some rough times. I remember my grandmother used to tell me, honey, it ain't always been easy. But I love your granddaddy to death, but it ain't been easy, okay? And So it's a thing that you make a conscious decision that you are going to stay with one another regardless. Nowadays, it seems as though, I think they still got this thing about an annulment. I was talking to someone the other day about that, where if you get married and you're married for less than a year, you can just annul the person, the marriage, and it's like you never even was married per se. Some say you still were, but it's wiped off your record as being married. Excuse me, y'all. I gotta drink fluids, and this is one of my go-to, one of my acai refreshers from Starbucks. So I like it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So so some, you know, just do it because they clock is ticking. They know two credit scores is better than one. They know two incomes is better than one. They gigging on each other like that as far as the come up, but they literally can't stand each other. Some are married or come together in the way that they both are trying to reap and grow as far as their own self, um, benefits per se, and they are in separate rooms. They're in separate lives. They're doing separate things. They're just together as far as business purposes and things of that nature. Now, I want to know, me personally, because when you get to a seasoned stage in your life, I call it season, because anybody that's grown watching this, you're pretty much you are seasoned. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you're not 25. So at this seasoned point in our lives, we want more quality than quantity. And we want longevity, commitment, loyalty, trust, faithfulness, you know, um, someone to love us in the way that we are loving them or more. We don't want to just be in something and then in the next 2, 3 years you ain't in it no more and you got to start all over again. Who wants to do that at this point in your life? For real. Who wants to keep starting over? Nobody. And that's why a lot of people will stay in situations that they're already in because they think about outside the box. They think about, first of all, how much they're going to lose by getting out of this, and B, they got to start all over with somebody else, and it's probably going to be worse with other issues. So, you leave one situation, you may have a cheater. Then you go to another situation, they're not a cheater. They take care of home and responsibility, but you're emotionally detached, if I'm saying that correctly. Detached. That's what I'm saying. You're emotionally detached. And that can be the worst. That could be the most horriblest thing in the world, to not have an emotional attachment with the person that you're with. It's like a waste of literally freaking time. Trust me. I done went down that road. That is the worst, scariest experience I don't ever want to go through again. So, you leave one situation, you jump in, like they say, out of the frying pan into the skillet. Okay. And now you got a whole nother different dynamic. So people will stay in situations just because they want to avoid the start over, and they'll just deal with it. Now, if your situation is abusive, if it's weighing you down, tearing you down, if it's no good for you, your children, or whoever that you're attached with, if it's just all bad, I understand. You got to do what you got to do, because I am for people staying together and rowing that boat. But sometimes a person leaves you absolutely no choice. You don't have no choice. It's like, okay, boy, bye, girl, bye. I got life to live. And the rest of the life I had to live, I do not want to be stressed out and dealing with you every single day that's giving me all these health issues, headaches and butt aches and all kinds of aches because of you. No, bye, right? But, you know, the thing that really irks me is the fact that some are so quick to just leave. They don't even want to sit up and go for the fight. If you tell them, okay, it's a wrap, I don't want this no more, and they look at you and be like, you don't? Okay, bye. I wish you would have did this a long time ago, tell you the truth. I didn't waste 10 years with you. Bye. You know, and it's just like that. Nobody wants to have the talks anymore. Nobody wants to try to go and seek therapy, marriage counseling, seek the Lord, come together as far as, spiritually trying to morally get connected with some things that definitely helps. But they don't want to do that no more. And lo and behold, you bring up the fact to your mate. I was thinking perhaps we could consider marriage counseling or couple counseling. And some want to do the couple counseling before they decide to marry, and it's usually through their church or something like that. And the other person is like, I don't want them folks all in my business. Me and you need to work on whatever. But apparently, you and them working on whatever is not working at all. It ain't working. Y'all stuck like a chuck. You're just stuck. Okay. So you have got to, try, at least try. If your partner is coming at you with something positive that could possibly help, we don't know 100% if it will help, but it could possibly help. Why not try? Why not try? Because at the end of the day, what you do want to do is you want to be able to step out of something, away from someone, knowing that you gave your best shot, knowing that you did all that you could do, and they dismissed it. But you want to set your conscience free in knowing that, okay, I tried. I absolutely tried, and it didn't work. And when you know that and you have done that, that is a step closer to you being able to heal and move on and get through all that drama. Because it's nothing worse knowing that you had a big part, because it takes both of y'all, right? It's a domino effect. They do something, it makes you do something. They say something, it makes you say something. They give you the silent treatment, you silent treatment. You know what I'm saying? It's a domino effect. So if you know that you were part of the problem too, they may have started it. I'm not saying you started it. They may have started it, but you still partaked and rolled around in the hay with them, right? So if you know this, then what's wrong if that person comes to a self-realization that they have done too much, did too much, perhaps just screwed up totally, but they realize that they have, and now they want to try to get help with you as a couple to try to save what you guys got. If they are coming to you and you have not tried this, now if it's within the grounds of, because some people, they absolutely can't, we should have our forgiving spirits about us, but some can't forgive certain things. They just can't. Hey, Turcan, that's right. Oh, thank you, Bloody Stinky, Poopy Whiner. That's a name right there. What's up? Happy birthday to you, Sedaria Young. You go. Happy birthday, girl. You know what? I just want to say something about birthdays. As we become, you know, mature in life, and we realize that birthdays are not just about turning up and just partying and getting drunk and falling out, and it's about being blessed, about the fact that you have made it to a new chapter. You have made it to a new year. You are now a year older. You are blessed, okay? Then you can celebrate and all that, but you gotta stay focused on the blessing behind being able to turn another year older. Happy birthday, Miss Young, and I hope that you have many, 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 many more. I had a birthday last month. I know it's our season. Yes, it's still our season. That's right. Enjoy. So, um, yeah. So the point I was saying, you guys, is the staying power. The staying power. People are so quick nowadays to say, I'm gone, I'm out, I've been with you. And I've seen it happen. I ain't lying, you guys. I've seen it happen. I've seen a couple that stayed together for 20 some years. They stayed together until their children got old. I mean, not old, but grown. Thank you. Once their children got grown and was able to kind of start on their own, they both went their separate ways. They had did they just do. They had fallen off years before, but stayed together for the children. I don't know. That's another video for another day, but that right there is something else. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It just depends, too. I ain't going to go too much in it, y'all, because I'm all over the place. But it depends, too, on the type of, you know, message that you're putting forth to the kids, how you're treating each other. Are you emotionally disconnected? Is there any kind of, you know, coming together in love, or is it just, you stay over there, I stay over here, we just staying in the same house, we got kids, leave me alone. I don't want to do that with you. Forget you. Okay, that's not good. You might as well just wrap it up. Bye-bye. Go. Just go bye-bye. Okay? So, that we're going to talk about that on another video. But the thing is, you know, when like I said, when I think about grandparents, when I think about uncles and aunties and folks who have been together for a very long time, and, you know, they were in junior high school, and still, man, they 60, 70, 80 years old and still rolling it. And I just admire that. I really do. And you don't see that. You don't see that anymore. I have so many people coming to me all the time. I need to get out of this. We got married 2 years ago, and I made a mistake. Well, what's going on? We just not connected like I thought. I thought we were connected. I thought that they were on the same page with me in a lot of regards, and they're not. Well, what are they doing? It ain't nothing specific that they doing. We not on the same page. You know, they don't have a concrete reason, but they're ready to go. And one other thing is that you have got to not include others in your business like that, and get involved with outside folks that can sit up and help you make a demonic decision to leave the one that you probably should be focusing your energy on and working to make your thing right. But as soon as you tip out, and this other person is because, you know, they don't the reality of it is that other person that you're tipping with, or that you're having your fun with, they're not on the same page and in the whole cycle of real life like you are with who you're with. They're this fantasy escape. They're the laughter. They're the dinners. They're the fun time. They're the dates. They're the compliments. They're the getting pretty for you because we going out, boo boo, type of thing. Um, they're all that, and then you go home to the reality, the bills, the kids, the situation, life, your physical issues, this, that. You're dealing with the real life at home with who you're with. But if you put that energy that you're putting into that outer disturbance into who you're with, then perhaps you will have more staying power and focus on that particular individual. Can I get an amen? Because that becomes a distraction. And I know, I'm not saying everybody, but some of us probably have been there where we have been distracted. Somebody is telling you you're looking good, and they making you laugh, whatever. You don't know the last time you even laughed at home. And let alone being gave a compliment. You know what I'm saying? And let alone getting some flowers or something every now and again to put in that vase that's been on the shelf for 10 years. I mean, it's just crazy. And and I'm gonna do a video about this next time too, about some don't celebrate holidays. We just had Valentine's Day, and it's just a whole thing about Valentine's, flowers, candy, gifts, love, all the stuff that we should be doing throughout the year, but some don't celebrate holidays. So your mate, especially a woman, she feels a little left out. If she kind of celebrates and you don't get her nothing, you don't acknowledge it, you don't take her nowhere, you don't. And then throughout the year, you're not one to really romantically show a lot either. So she's feeling totally like, mm, mm, mm. That's a whole nother video. But we have got to get back to this longevity, this commitment, okay? This focus on who you with, staying together. Stop being so quick to say, I'm out, bye, I'm gone, deuces. Stop. If you have doubts about making something permanent with somebody on a real, I'm not saying that it should be 100% just love and that's it, but it should be love. And then you have all these other things you want to do together, plan together, grow together, make it happen together, all this, you know what I'm saying? So you have got to make that commitment for the right reasons and with the person that you feel is the right one. And for some of us who fell short picking the wrong one, if you really think back and do some research on that, just think for a minute. There was cues and red flags, but we just didn't want to pay attention to it because we cared about them, right? And we was in this relationship with them, right? And they had a lot of things that they was doing right, but they had these few things they was not doing right, and they were major things. And we felt like, okay, in time, they gonna love me enough where they gonna stop all that. They gonna stop it. They not that romantic, but they gonna get it together. They're not emotionally open and connected to me, but the more they grow to love me and we build in our life together, they gonna get it together. you know. Every now and then I catch them looking at some big booties while I'm right there, and I told them that's disrespectful, but they still do it anyway. They gonna get it together. You know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping. That's small stuff. And they start covering up all these things, or she got 10 men friends from ex relationships, and every time you turn around, she's texting or calling them and saying that they the best buddies and they gonna stay in touch, and you ain't got nothing to worry about, baby. Now, I ain't saying there's nothing wrong with having friends of the opposite sex that you knew before you got with the person, but you always texting and calling and always go with okay. My light went off, y'all. So anyway, another video for another day. So I just wanted to put this message in, y'all. I got to get on up out of here, but I wanted to say, if you have something that is truly a blessing to you, but they got a couple of blemishes, and you do too, because nobody's perfect, and you guys can work it out. Don't be quick to say bye-bye, boo-boo. okay? Because it's scary out here. I don't know if y'all can see, but it's scary. It's scary outside. It's scary. There is some stuff that ain't quite right, and you'll be then jumped out of yours and jumped into self. Whoa. Especially y'all who have been with somebody for a long time and you've been kind of out the dating game and things was totally different then, and you come out here and everybody is an opportunist, or folks got mental stuff going on and you didn't see the little medications in their medicine cabinet, or they got other stuff, and you like, oh my god, but they cool. I like being with them, but they, mm, wow, you are in for a rude surprise out here, okay? Folks is having 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people at a time that they dating. They not in no relationship, but they have all these different people and they are sexing them. And they are really open now, okay? Old school, old flair. You dating somebody, you courting them as you and them. Now they want to bring their friends in. They want to bring a cousin in. They want to bring the teacher in. They want to bring their boss in. Okay, they it's a whole lot going on. So before you decide to jump over, you better try to put some focus into what you got. I ain't playing for real. For real, for real, for real, for real, for real. Okay? All right, y'all. I got to go out and talk enough. I love y'all so much. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being a part of what I do. This is your hostess with the mostest, Donna Smith, a.k.a. Lady D. And what we do is we do grown folk table talk all the time about something that's real life going on. And me, I got the gift of gab. So you tune in to me, trust me, you going to get some food for thought, okay? And I'm open to all your comments. Thanks everyone for joining in. I see you in the chat. I appreciate you. Tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. I'll be back real soon. You guys be careful. Have a great holiday weekend.